Hey everybody, welcome back to 54 of Us. Today we're doing an unboxing for Okuma.
All right, thanks for the intro there, girls. And like the girls said, this is going to be another edition of What's in the Box. And I just want a quick disclaimer here that I am sponsored by Okuma. So this package here is part of my sponsorship program. And I want to show you guys something really in particular in this box, but I'm going to let the girls kind of unbox it here, and then we'll circle back around so I can show you some of the new stuff Okuma has for this year that I think is going to be really interesting for us as musky anglers.
We recently got this box from Okuma in the mail, and we're going to open it up and see what's inside. Now that we have it open, we can see that there's some reels right on top. Okay, pull the first out.
All right, girls, why don't you show us what we got in there?
Okay, so this is the COLDWATER 454DA. This one is the COLDWATER 454D LXA. Not LA. Okay. This is the I don't know how to pronounce that. Komodo 463P. This one is the, hold on, let me read that first. Is the Komodo KDS 37. Is that a 1 or an I?
A 1.
Okay, that's what I thought. This is the Komodo KDS 364PLX. This one is the ITC CB 2500 spinning reel. Now there's some clothing and we'll give you a quick look. There's this Okuma, I think it's instant fishing or inspired fishing, and then show them the back, and that's the back.
All right. So that's a sun shirt.
This is a This is a sun shirt from Okuma, and the back is the same as the first one. Okay, this one I think is another sun shirt. Yeah, another sun shirt, and then it's got a hood, same back. This is, I'm pretty sure the last clothing article in here. And this is a white t-shirt with Okuma writing in blue on the front and the back.
So for the past number of years, Dave and I have leaned on Okuma reels really heavily well before I was even sponsored with them. It was something that we reached to for a couple reasons. Good price point, really good quality, and we've had very, very few problems with any of their reels outside of your normal wear and tear stuff. And in the box that the girls opened, there's a couple things I want to talk about, and I did a video a year or so ago talking about one of the best budget entry-level setups you could get, and I talked about the Okuma SS reels, and I did get a couple new ones here, and while these are not new models, I just want to quickly show you guys. This is the 364 PLX, and LX just means left-handed. And I've started to add some left-handed reels to my arsenal for people that are left-handed in my boat, and myself, I can reel either way. David's a lefty, so if I pick up one of his, I have no problem doing that. But guys, this is a great all-around size of reel. It's a 350 size reel, fits really nice in the palm of your hand, and it can handle a bunch of different styles of lures. And if you want to go up to the 400 size, this is a 463 that I'll open up. And this is a right-handed, a little bit bigger. If I just show you side by side, you can see the comparison. For most people, the 350 size will cover almost everything you want. If you want to get into some of the bigger blades and stuff, maybe the lower geared 400 size would be the ticket. But in today's world, there's been a lot of talk about discount price reels, direct-to-consumer reels, and while those are certainly an option, they are new to the market, and a lot of people like to go with a proven product. Okuma has proven itself. We've proven it in our boat that it works well for us, and price-wise, they fall between some of the higher end and then obviously the discounted reels. And outside of normal wear and tear, I do have to clean up the brake drum and lubricate that from time to time because they are known to squeal if that gets dry in there. But outside of that, have had very few problems. The worm gear and level wind, very few problems with that. Just regular maintenance, and we don't do a lot of maintenance. I might give it a bit of grease, a bit of oil throughout the year. So for the average guy, can't recommend the Okuma SS reels enough.
Looks like that once. Oh yeah, that's a pretty fish.
That's good looking tiger. One reel that I've talked about quite a bit on the channel is the Coldwater series of trolling reels. This is my original one that I got back in like 2018, I believe. This is a 354, so 5.4 to 1 gear ratio, 350 size reel. You can still hear the clicker sounds just like brand new. The line counter is perfect. A lot of wear and tear on this reel. If I had to wager a guess at how many fish this reel alone caught, I wouldn't even hesitate to say well over 100 fish. And most of them were on sucker rigs, quite a few trolling fish as well. And I wouldn't hesitate to take this reel out again this year. It's never failed on me. We've added a lot of the Coldwater reels to our boats because they've been foolproof, and price-wise, it is hard to beat a Coldwater for your trolling and your sucker rig needs. And some of the die-hard trollers on, Green Bay and St. Clair, they might tell you you need a bigger reel or a more expensive or a more robust reel. But for the average person, which most of us are, this Coldwater reel will do everything you ask of it in a reel. And for us, the new thing this year was the addition of the 400 size Coldwaters. And I did get an opportunity to see them at one of the trade shows last fall, and I ordered a couple for myself. And basically going to be the same as the 350 size, just up into that 400 size. Now, for a lot of people trolling, you don't need a ton of line capacity on it, depending on what type of baits you're trolling. The gear ratio is the same, 5.4 to 1. And if I look at the specs here, the line pickup is 28.7 inches per turn, 30 pounds of drag on this. I just like that it's a little bit bigger size. Yeah, we can put some more line on here if we want. I just think that it's going to be, everything in here is going to be built a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger compared to the original size. But don't let that scare you guys. The original 354 Coldwaters are amazing, and I have no doubt that the new 454 are going to do the same. And like I said in the other reels there, I got both a righty and a lefty. Last year, I actually started doing a lot of my trolling and my sucker rigging with left-handed reels. That way, Dave and I can each pick up the rod if it's with suckers, and same thing if it's trolling. If one of us needs to grab the other's rod, it works for both of us because Dave can't reel right-handed. He's had an injured wrist in the past. So again, I picked up one of each, a left and a right. These are new from Okuma this year. Looking for big things from these. We've had such good luck with the originals that I wouldn't expect anything less from these. And like I say, guys, if you are looking for a line counter, there's a bunch of different options on the market, but price point versus value versus quality, it is very hard pressed to find a reel that can do as much as the Coldwater series can. I want to thank the girls for helping out on this one. That's something that you'll see more on the channel this year, is the girls stepping up to help us out. But the Fish Lab stuff, a lot of that is for walleye, bass, and pike. But there's a couple lures in there, and this Hydra Glide is definitely a musky-sized glide / swim bait. I want to show you guys this one in the water when we get a chance to do some underwater filming, and it's one that I think may be of value for us in the musky world. And these smaller ones, this is a hard swim bait, and they do look a little bit smaller, but they're not outside the size of a lot of those small spring, early summer baits. So for us, thinking those first couple weeks of the season, and it's something I do want to try a little bit this year because we want to go into the season with a little bit of a different outlook on trying some baits. So I purposely did pick a few of those baits because I think they will double duty as pike baits, but also as musky baits. So let's let the girls wrap this one up. And I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of What's in the Box.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the this. Be quiet. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of What's in the Box. We are K&K, and we'll catch you guys later on the water. And now for my next trick. Is that good?